Hey guys, Dave here, and today I'm going to take you around town and show you the 10 best places for sightseeing and photography here in Taichung, Taiwan. Over the last year and a half, I've had a chance to go around the city and discover lots of new places, and it's always awesome to find a new place to explore and to capture new sights and sounds. And so here we go. Without further ado, here are 10 places for sightseeing and photography for here in Taichung, Taiwan. Number 1. The Rainbow Village. The Rainbow Village is probably the most colorful place to check out here in Taichung. It is definitely an Instagram-worthy location. This village was actually supposed to be demolished, but it was saved by an old man who started painting from the inside of his house, and his painting later spread to the rest of the village. I think it's like a 15-unit village. And so Rainbow Village is a definite place to check out. It's very unique, and inside the village you'll find some snack shops and stands for little trinkets and whatnot. It can get pretty busy here, so the best time of day to catch this place would be early in the morning. They open pretty early, and so Rainbow Village for sure should be on your list of places to visit in Taichung. Number 2 is a little bit further outside the city. It is the D.A.V.E wetlands, and this is probably one of the most iconic places to take and capture views of the sunset over Taichung City. It is located down by the port, and you will usually capture a really interesting skyline with the wind farms in the background and enjoy walking along the shoreline at low tide. There's tons of little crabs and creatures, and it's just a nice place to take a walk. It can be pretty windy and cold, so dress and pack accordingly and get ready for some epic shots of the sunset over glistening puddles of water. So D.A.V.E wetlands. And there's also a bike path there, but it's primarily known for sightseeing, for photo taking, because the winds do pick up in this area. Number 3 is the Hofeng bike path. This is probably one of my favorite places in all of Taichung. This place is historic and iconic because of the fact that this bike path was built from a converted from a rail line that crossed over a bridge directly into a tunnel called D.A.V.E, or the Line 9 tunnel. This is a great place for photography also early and later in the day, and it can get quite busy in the middle of the day on both weekdays and weekends, so just be prepared for that. Again, the best time would be early in the day or late in the day for the most epic views, and the tunnel and the bridge are definitely quite an experience whether you're riding through or walking through. This is a great place for some really unique and iconic shots of Taichung City. Number 4 is a park that's tucked away towards the center of town. It's not a big park, but it's a park that's uniquely designed in an L shape with a water feature as well as a unique winding bridge that kind of extends over the water. So this is Maple Garden Park, located in the central area of Taichung City. And again, this is a great place for photography, for a lot of close-ups. If you want to do some macro photography, there's a lot of flowers and greenery that's pretty unique in this space that's just tucked away in the center of town, surrounded by sky rises. So lots of unique sights and sounds. There is some construction at the moment nearby, so be aware of that. But in terms of photography and macro photography, if that's what you're into, Maple Garden Park in downtown Taichung is really good. I don't normally go to temples, but there are temples everywhere here in Taiwan. One of the larger ones in Taichung is the Confucius Temple. This temple is pretty traditional and unique in that it's got these expansive courtyards and large gardens that are typically more than the average temples that you would see here around town. The Confucius Temple is definitely worth checking out. Again, it's just got a lot of cool features to it. It's laid and built out like a traditional temple. With, again, very large courtyards and things for you to check out. Further outside the city, if you go towards Nantou County, is the famous or infamous Wuling Pass. This will take at least half a day to a full day of travel, so be ready to allocate some time to that, and also be prepared for changing weather. The peak tops out at 3,275 meters above sea level, and there's tons of stuff to see along the way as you go from the foothill areas up to elevation. One of the most famous places that you'll see along the way is Taichung Farms, and this farm is known for the fact that I think it's still operating. It is a tourist destination because of the fact that its hillsides at this elevation Looks just like something from out of The Sound of Music. Tons of amazing views at every bend as you work your way up the mountain. Number 7, if you're looking for some urban street photography, you're not gonna get any more grittier and kind of like edgy than the Miyahara ice cream shop and the surrounding urban area that is the train station downtown. Definitely scenic, definitely worth checking out, but again, just keep in mind, it does feel a little bit rough. One of the best kept secrets probably about this location is that so many people know about the ice cream shop that the massive structure across the street is often ignored and overlooked. This is an abandoned concrete building that's 10 stories high, and it is home to a famous, again, kind of like underground, edgy graffiti location called Escape Room X, I believe it's called. And I plan to venture back there in the near future, but again, it feels pretty creepy inside. If you're looking for some unique street photography that has an edgy feel to it, this is your place. Number 8 is a famous local hangout of mine that my local friends here introduced me to called Gonglao Ping. This is a local hill that the people from around town love to visit and frequent in the evening hours for either getting their running miles in or cycling with friends and family. The reason why this hill is so popular is because it's probably one of the most accessible elevated points in Taichung City, offering you expansive landscapes and nighttime views of the city with very little effort. A few kind of turns and you're at the top of the hill. This is Gonglao Ping, and it's where the locals go on Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights here are often referred to as the mini weekend. And so this is a great spot for landscape photography for both day and night. There are at least 2 or 3 lookout points at the top of the hill that again are very famous and well traveled for photography. Number 9 is Taichung Park. Tons of parks are sprinkled all over town. The largest and most iconic is the Taichung Park because of these 2 Asian-looking structures that they have sitting on the water. And there's actually an annual lantern festival, which I believe also takes place at Taichung Park, located in the center of Taichung City. This place is a great place to check out. They also have massive park grounds beyond the pond. The last one, number 10, is the Fengjia Night Market. The Fengjia Night Market is one of the largest, if not the largest, night markets in all of Taichung. It is located next to Fengjia University, so this place is a great spot to hang out. It's a very young crowd, which I don't think you often see here in Taiwan, and it is busy every single night of the week. The food choices here are massive. The opportunities to get some cool street photography are pretty huge. It can get pretty crowded, and if that's the case, it kind of gets to be no fun and it gets hard to get any good shots. So be sure to get there around 4 or 5 p.m., definitely before 6 p.m. to get the best shots of the Fengjia Night Market. And those are the 10 places for photography here in Taichung, Taiwan for the next time you're here. I hope you found this helpful, and I will catch you on the next one.